welcome to back to the channel and to this week's vlog. Today I'm in back in my local woodland to capture a little bit of evening light. I am here around about 8 o'clock in the evening to catch a little bit of that evening light that had come through. I wasn't gonna come out today because I'll be brutally honest with you, I was just not feeling it today. You know, it's Monday night. I just, you know, I've had a rubbish day at work. I didn't sleep particularly well last night, and I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't inspired to come out and record a video today and do some photography. But I was sat watching YouTube about an hour ago, and I come across a video by First Man Photography, Adam. You probably know him. He's quite a big YouTuber, and he talks about some of his photography demons. And one of the things he says on that video is about laziness, about actually getting, you know, your backside off the couch and actually doing some photography. And that sort of hit home for me today, in the fact that, you know, there's many a time where I've woke up at, you know, in the morning to get out and go photography. I've done it the last couple of days. I've just not wanted to get out of bed, and I think we as landscape photographers do suffer from that quite a lot, in the fact that we don't, you know, we don't get ourselves motivated and get up and do the photography. So what I did is about an hour ago, I just picked my gear up, put my jacket on, came out to my local woods, which is 10 minutes down the road, and it's somewhere you've probably seen many a time before. I have done a couple of vlogs over the last 18 months in this area with lots of fog and stuff like that. But tonight I'm so glad I come out, because this morning, literally, you know, I was looking out the window while I was sat at home working like I normally do. I'm working from home at the moment, so I've spent, you know, the last 3 months stuck in a 6x12 room, working on my own, and I was looking at the window and it was just tipping down with rain. It was awful. It was absolutely dreadful weather, and I thought, oh God, you know, I really wanted to go out shooting tonight. And come 6-7 o'clock, and I just couldn't be bothered, so got myself out today to my local woods, and let's see what we can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a wander around the local woods today and see what we can capture. Yeah, so for this shot, what I'm doing is that there's like a path going through the trees here. It's like a winding path into the trees and out of the woods. But what's happening is that on this side of the trees here, for me, is that there's some really fantastic. The sun's just above my head here, going down slowly. So there's some absolutely fantastic light casting on the some fantastic light casting on the trees just down there. But it keeps casting in just as we're getting a break in the cloud, and it's creating some fantastic lines on the trees, and also it's creating a really nice shadow across the front of the image, which is creating a little bit of mystery and depth in the front of the image, which I'm really liking. One thing I am doing is I am deliberately underexposing this image slightly by about 2 stops, because when I expose it at the normal level that the camera wants to meet it to, it was a little bit too bright for my liking. And one of the things it's done about underexposing that image is that it's created a bit of mood and a bit of mystery in between the trees. So the settings I've got on the camera at the moment is I'm around about f11. I'm using my fixed 25mm prime, which is an absolutely little fantastic lens. It creates absolutely sharp image, and it takes away some of the fuss of focusing. And it's around about 1/2 of a second. And as I said before, I'm deliberately underexposing it by, maybe 1.5 to 2 stops, just to create a bit of mood and a bit of mystery in the image. And what I'm trying to do is I'm waiting around to see if I can get some of them. That every so often, when the clouds break, we get the odd crepuscular ray, like the rays of God, as some people might know them, casting a light on the path. But at the moment, even without them rays, it is creating a nice bit of interest. The light coming through the clouds is creating a nice bit of interest on the path. So I'll take the shot, and I'll show it up on the screen for you now. Packing my gear away over there to go and look for some more composition, and I've just had to grab my camera out of my bag quick and run over here, because there's some absolutely fantastic light just breaking through the clouds here. There's also some fantastic light shining on the trees that I was on before. So what I've had to do is I've just had to run over and capture this image handheld. So it was basically a run and gun image, a quick off the cuff shot, which sometimes you have to do, because in this light at the moment there is light breaking through at the moment, and it is coming and going as I capture the, as I take the images. So what I'll do is, obviously the tree I've just caught, if it's a really good image, I'll pop it up on the screen and I'll show you the image that I took. Enjoyed this video. If there's anything I can take away from the creation of this video, is that if you're ever in a situation where you feel as though you just don't want to go out and photograph, get yourself up and go. Even if it's just to a place that's 10 minutes down the road for you, get up and go and do some photography. Because honestly, the hardest part for me is actually getting up and going out and doing the photography. You can sometimes lose inspiration when you're not going to some of the places that might be, the great places in the world, the likes of the Lake District and Snowdonia and places like that. So you can lose a bit of that inspiration. But sometimes it's good just to go out and do a little bit of photography. Do half an hour, maybe in an evening, a couple of hours after tea in the evening. Or an hour before work in the morning. Sometimes it's just that inspiration to get you out and actually do the photography. So yeah, so if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe below. Leave me a comment if you have any thoughts or opinions on this video, and if you have anything to add. And hopefully I will see you next time.